Hello guys, how are you? I hope you're fine. Welcome to my channel with Jar of Talents. So in today's video, let's continue doing the chapter Tissues. So Tissues is chapter 6 of class 9 NCERT CBSE. So these were the previous videos of Jar of Talents. It's the part 3, part 2 and part 1. So watch these videos before so that you'll understand this part very easily. So watch these videos right now. The links are in the description. So we have seen about the parenchyma tissue in the previous video. So we have also seen the functions of it. So Chlorenchyma is one such type of tissues, that is the parenchyma with chlorophyll which performs photosynthesis is nothing but Chlorenchyma. So we can put this Chlorenchyma under the parenchyma tissue only. And it can also be divided into Aerenchyma. So parenchyma can be further divided into Aerenchyma and Chlorenchyma. So in Aerenchyma, in aquatic plants, cells of parenchyma have large air cavities to give buoyancy to the plant and is called Aerenchyma. So you have been seeing some plants such as lotus. So where do you find them usually? You find them in ponds, right? So how are they floating above the water? It's because of this buoyancy. So air cavities are present in the tissue so that they are floating. If you keep an empty balloon in the pool, it might go inside the water. But if you fill air inside it, it floats. Try this activity, then you will understand Aerenchyma very easily. So we have now completed the parenchyma tissue. Let's go to the Collenchyma simple tissue. So the cells of Collenchyma are live. So what do you mean by this? It's nothing but they are just alive. It's not dead, it's alive. They are oval and elongated and they are pretty tightly packed with no intermolecular or intercellular spaces to say particularly. So they are found below epidermis, in leaves as well as in the stems. So this Collenchyma is also a division of the simple permanent tissues. Am I right? No, it's not simple permanent tissue. Remember the name. It's the simple meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue, as we read before, if you remember, it's dividing. So permanent means which has lost the ability to divide and it's not dividing now. So it's meristematic. Permanent means they're dead cells. So these Collenchyma tissues are live cells, alive cells. They are frequently dividing because they tend to make the plant grow. Even they have to increase in the girth and height as well, right? So now let's look at the functions of this Collenchyma tissue. So they provide mechanical support to plant. They also provide flexibility to plant so that they can bend without breaking. So I want you to try out something now. Just go near some plant. Hey, don't go to the rose plant because it has thorns. So just go to some tulsi plant near your house. You might be having it. So just try to give a slight push to it. So when you sit, it just bends a little bit and comes back. So due to which phenomena is this? Due to the presence of this Collenchyma tissue, that tulsi plant is just bending and coming back. Otherwise, it would just break off. So the Collenchyma tissue is also flexible. It's just like some elastic thingy. So these are the functions of this Collenchyma tissue. Then comes this third type of tissue, which is Sclerenchyma tissue. I remember it. It's the third type of simple meristematic tissue. We have a lot of things to do, learn in this chapter. It's just simple. We have to also learn the complex. And then we have to also learn the permanent tissue. These are the main divisions in plant cells only. We have to also go into animal tissues. So in this chapter, basically we have to learn all the names. If we learn the names, if we remember the names of these, we are just gonna rock this chapter off. So First, let's get into this now. The sclerenchyma simple tissue. So, the cells of the sclerenchyma are dead. They are narrow and elongated. The cell wall in sclerenchyma is composed of a special type of liquid known as lignin, which makes it pretty hard. If you get the word lignin, remember that it's hard. So sclerenchyma are found around the vascular bundles, veins of leaves in hard covering of seeds and nuts. For example, sclerenchyma tissue are found in the coconut husk. So, did you drink coconut anytime when you went to that beach? So, when you ask for that coconut, they remove some really hard thingy. So, what is it about the coconut? So, it's the sclerenchyma tissue which is present. So, it makes it very hard. If you want to eat that peanut also, the shell of it is too hard. So, what is it composed of? It's made up of the sclerenchyma tissue. So now let's look at the functions of sclerenchyma. So they help to make parts of plant hard and stiff. They also provide mechanical strength. So they are not like the collenchyma tissue. If you see the collenchyma tissue, I have said you before, they are flexible. But the sclerenchyma tissue is not flexible. It is pretty hard. I guess it goes to gym and does workout, but the collenchyma doesn't do much. Okay, let's not get into it now. So it has very mechanical strength. It gives mechanical strength to the plants. It's very hard. It won't bend at all. It's good. It makes the plant pretty stiff. So now let's jump on to the next one. So next comes our protective tissue. So I want you to think for a little bit. So what is the protective tissue you might guess is in your body? We will know about it in the further videos, but just asking you, it's just a simple question. Let me know in the comment section. So actually this protective tissue in our human body is nothing but skin. So what is the main role of protective tissues? Protective tissues are just like bodyguards. They protect the plant body by forming an outer layer. It's just simple in human body also. We can just change this plant body and make it human body. They protect the human body by forming an outer layer. So protective layer is pretty simple and easy. So what does this thing do? Even this has two types. The first one, as you can see here, is epidermis simple tissue. So epidermis tissue covers the entire body of plant. They protect the plant from injury, germs and water loss. So they don't allow any bad things to go into the plant body so that it would affect them. Even skin helps the human body in protecting us by not allowing the viruses and other stuff to go into the body. So the cells of the epidermal tissue forms a continuous layer without intercellular spaces. Stomata are small openings on epidermal layer of leaf and soft part of the stem to facilitate the gases exchange and transpiration in plants. So each stomata is composed of two guard cells which regulate the opening and closing of the stomata. So in desert plants such as, if you can take cactus, epidermis and cutin, so a waterproof waxy substance secreted by the epidermis are just thicker to reduce loss of water due to transpiration. So it is very important for cactus to not even lose a drop of water. So this cutin is present so that it would prevent the loss of water due to transpiration. I guess you know what's transpiration? What is it? So for the ones who don't know, transpiration is the process by which the plants lose water. So I have said you there is also the second type in this protective tissues. The second type is nothing but the cork simple tissues. So let's bring it out into points so that it would be easier for us. Number one, these types of tissue consist of dead cells with no intercellular spaces. They form the outer layer of all tree trunks. Point 2. Cork cells have a chemical called suberin in their walls that make them impervious to gases and waters. So a quick question now. So what is that waxy proof substance that present on the desert plants such as cactus. I've said it right before. Yep, it's Qden. So let's continue with this cork simple tissues. I was just testing you a little bit. And then cork tissues protect plants from injuries, germs, and water loss. Cork, being light in weight, is used for making several products like bottle stoppers and shuttlecock. So these were the important points of the cork simple tissue. It's from the division of protective tissue, as I've said you before. So the protective tissue is basically two types: epidermis simple tissue and cork simple tissue. Okay guys, thanks a lot for watching this video. Have fun. Have a great day.